For nearly 34 years, Basic Software has been providing dealerships like yours with a dealership management system that is dealership-focused, success-driven, and competitively priced. Learn more at www.basic-software.com.
They've given us a lot of tools.
Communication is extremely good. Training, they send us on training. Really stay up to date with all the things. Keep enough inventory, which is extremely important.
We're a little low right now. I don't know if the pictures hopefully still look good, but we had a lot more earlier this spring.
And because of the 5 stores we have at the moment, we have the ability to pull something from another store pretty quickly and actually be able to show the customers everything that we can produce for them or everything we can sell them.
For me, it's what you've seen today, a literal separate turf department. We talked a little earlier about resources, and I think we're going to talk about them a little later as well, but you go to some of these tractor forum boards that are online, and I have heard constantly over the last 10 years that dealers in particular, especially the ag dealers that do turf as well, they walk in, they look around, no one acknowledges them, no one welcomes them. There's very little equipment in the size that they feel that they need. And let's be frank, ag makes money for these dealerships. Turf, just in sheer terms of volume and the price of the equipment, doesn't make as much that ag does. So when they walk in, they need to feel welcomed. You've met Carol from up front. People are welcomed when they walk in. We give them a few minutes to look around. We've got turf equipment on the floor at all times and around the front of the building. So that tool of A&M knowing that we needed to have a slightly separate department, turf with dedicated turf technicians, a dedicated turf service advisor, and a shop foreman, dedicated turf salespeople like Alan and myself. Those are the biggest things I think that A&M has given us to be able to do our job. So the customer, when they walk in, understands, yes, ag's a big important part of what we do, but turf is just as important. And I can walk the customer out to our turf service area and say, I've got 4 or 5 guys out here. It doesn't matter if it's harvest time or if it's planting time. My guys do not work on ag equipment.
They're dedicated to that
They're
customer.
dedicated to you, the turf service customer.
Emails is a really big thing. Telephone, and we have a regular sales meeting. So, and personal communication also. But we don't just communicate in this store, we communicate store-wide, so the 5 stores communicate. Very efficient communication.
Eric is the turf sales manager as well as wearing many other hats with the company. But that's we have a dedicated store sales manager here that works for both ag and turf. And as Alan said, we have a sales meeting every Wednesday morning and go over all of those different things, whether it be ag or turf related. Email, as he said, we've got a voice over internet protocol phone, so 2 or 3 or 4 digit calling to anybody, whether it's Eric at any one of the stores. With the amount of people that we have employee-wise in the 3 different departments and 5 different stores, you have to be able to talk to people. We recently started using a product called Handle, which is through John Deere, and it's a CRM, a customer retention management tool. That helps a lot. If you have someone and we're still in the beginning stages of it, but if my customer who's in the system as mine or Alan's customer and they're listed as ours, something goes into the shop, I wouldn't normally know that. But with Handle, that's actually going to send me an alert and say, Jim White's tractor, repair order this, and I'll be able to follow up with that. Hey, Jim, what's going on with the tractor? Did it get picked up? Is it fixed? Is everything working for you? Same thing with parts. If they do a parts order over a certain amount, it's gonna tag it and tell the salesperson as well. So it all comes down to, again, being able to provide a solution for them, but also to continue to take care of them after the sale. Way too many salespeople think that when you sign on the bottom line and they get your money, that the sale's over. And Alan and I work so well together because neither one of us believe that. The
Follow-up
signature,
after the sale is
the signature
extremely
on
important.
on the purchase order is the beginning of the sale.
Yes.
It's taking care of them afterwards as that continues.
And that handle program that Jamie talked about, actually we can set it up so that it reminds us at a week or 2 weeks or a month or 3 months or even a year's time, just to recontact that customer and make sure everything's good. I mean, we always, both of us, I know, after the sale, you'd give the customer a week or 10 days to settle in on the machine and call anyway and just check that everything's okay. And they're still okay with how to operate it. Because
Correct.
some new operators are very good and listen when you go out and demonstrate the machine and show them how to use it. And if they don't use it for a couple of weeks, they can forget sometimes. So that phone call a month's time saying, hey, Jamie, how's your 2210? Is everything okay? Do you remember this? Have you taken the loader off again? No, I really would like to know how to do it again. Well, we can, at that stage, run back out there and take care of the customer, and which is what it's all about.